Brisbango, and we have a special guest because we have the Walkout FC Women's Flyweight Championship contender, Josee, Skull Crusher Storts. How are you today?
Hello. Good to be on.
Sweet. I'm glad to have you on. I'm absolutely honored. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and then we'll get to some fan questions, and then we'll get Rowdy and let you, if you have any messages to your opponent. So,
Perfect.
how did you get into fighting, Josee?
Oh boy. It was a couple years ago. I really had never even heard of MMA or anything. And I started going to title kickboxing with my dad because he's fit, and my brother used to do MMA a little bit. So we went, started hitting the bag. I've always been a pretty aggressive child, so he decided that I should probably take that aggression somewhere else. And he said, hey, how about we go up and try out an MMA gym? And I obviously had no idea, but I trust my good father. So I decided to check it out and immediately fell in love. We started with wrestling, and I was hooked. Just being able to pick people up and slam them on the mat was pretty cool to me. Getting to punch them in the face was just an addition, and now I've been doing it ever since.
Sweet. Well, we definitely want to thank your father then, because we enjoy watching him. So what is it like being a female in a male-dominated sport?
It's definitely interesting. I think there's definitely positives and negatives to it. A lot of the positives are the hype behind it. Being a girl in MMA is definitely, I wouldn't say easier, but you get further quicker, I think. I mean, I know guys that have been doing it forever that are extremely talented and don't have as much, I guess, following as many of the girls I know, just because it's such an interesting thing for girls to be doing. You don't really expect girls to go in a cage and beat each other up as much as you picture guys doing it. So I think that's really interesting. More in the negative, I think it's still underrated, I guess. I mean, with Ronda Rousey, obviously, and the huge growth behind her and the rest of the sport, it's come a long way. But there's still a lot of, I would say, progress to be made in the female divisions to kind of get them up to where they need to be with the guys.
Yeah, I agree. Who would be your dream opponent? Like, whether they be fighting now or in the past?
Oh, goodness. My dream opponent. I don't know. I kind of just want to fight everybody. Like, I don't have anybody particular in mind. Obviously, I'm going to be the best in the world one day and be the champ, so whoever they put in front of me is more than welcome. That's why I'm so excited to be fighting tough girls. My opponent coming up is 6-1, and she's typically a weight class above me, and I am completely stoked for the fight. Like, a lot of people, I mean, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people take easy fights to kind of get up there, and I mean, I think no way you're going to make it to the top if you're undermining yourself or lying to yourself. So I mean, really, anybody with skill and that wants to take it on, I would love to fight them. Eventually, obviously, the champs in the world, but right now, anybody that wants it.
Sweet. Have you studied the tape of Claire, or do you know anything about her?
Yeah, a little bit. We don't focus a whole bunch on the opponents. I think it's such a benefit being so new in it right now, and, you know, coming out as an amateur, that my game changes more than anybody could watch tape on me. So I am a completely different fighter than I could be last month that I fought. So we watched her. I watched her last tape. I could only really find one, and not concerned, to say the least. I focus on my own game. So I'm excited for whatever she has coming, and I know I'm prepared for everything. I'm a mixed martial artist, so that's pretty much encompasses everything that I could possibly need.
Right. Who is your favorite fighter of all time?
Oh, of all time? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I might be biased right now, but I would say TJ Dillashaw right now. Just because, not just because he's a champ, which makes it still awesome, but we actually me and my boyfriend went down to Colorado and surprisingly got to train with him. He was literally walking across the street with 2 cups of coffee and just wondered, his gym obviously with Dwayne Ludwig, but just came in and started training, and we were blown away to say the least. But I've been following him for a while because I'm a big fan of the On It products and just his mindset. He has a very good attitude as a champion, and I think he's a good role model, not just a great athlete. He has a winner's mentality, championship mentality, and is just really humble and thankful in it all. And he's somebody I aspire to be like when I become the champ. So he's pretty much my favorite right now, all around, just skill wise, personality wise. Good guy to look up to.
Good answer.
Thanks, I try.
So what is your diet like leading up to a fight? Do you watch your carbs, or is there a specific diet?
I was a dietetic student for a year, so I kind of like to change it up. I've tried a lot of different diets. Wes, actually at Supplement Superstore, is in control of my diet because I like to experiment and he does not like that. So I eat pretty clean all around. I meal prep every week. I drink my gallon. Even, right now, months ago, it doesn't really change that much leading up to the fight because, I want to be ready all the time. I want to feel my best no matter what. But leading up to the fights, we definitely refine it. It'll be probably egg whites in the morning, toast, and then I'll have chicken and vegetables and rice for lunch. I'll eat 5 times a day. Snacks will probably be fruit or nuts, vegetables. Dinner, fish and vegetables. It's pretty much what you would expect a fighter's diet to be like. We don't really strain too much. I walk around probably lighter than most 25ers just because I've been in so many camps in the past couple months. I'm pretty much at 135 to 140 anyways, so leading up to it, it's more just about keeping me healthy, keeping me the strongest I could possibly be, because I lift, I train 3 times a day, I'm lifting, I do all that stuff, so we want as much food as possible and still make the weight. So it doesn't change a whole bunch. He just helps me kind of shrink in a little bit, especially to my last 120 cut. That was a little bit wild, so it helps me out a ton.
Sweet. You were pretty young and fairly new to the game, so where do you see yourself in the near future?
Near future, I see myself going pro in the next couple fights. Whenever my coaches deem I'm ready, I trust them completely. They know their stuff, so I'm refining my game, kind of doing everything I possibly can to be a well-rounded mixed martial artist, no holes, nothing. And then when they feel like I'm ready, I'm going to go pro. I have goals. I'm absolutely in no rush at all. I think that will limit me, so I don't have a set, I need to be here at this time. I am open to anything, so I want to be pro soon. I want to dominate that, and then when Dana White wants me, when the UFC is ready to handle this, then I am more than ready to step up to the plate and take on whoever's necessary. And that's pretty much the game plan. Depending on how strong I stay and where my diet goes, I might try to go, see what weight divisions I can take on, see what happens. But as of right now, I'm ready to take over the 25ers and then go from there.
Sweet. What has fighting done for you, and what does it mean to you to be a fighter?
Oh man, it's changed my life for sure. I have been reflecting on this a lot lately. I started when I was 16, just not really caring at all about it. I thought it was cool. I think that it was more cool to say I was a fighter than to actually be a fighter.
Right.
And so that was a struggle to figure out the balance between actually wanting to do it and just thinking at 16 it was cool to tell boys that I could beat them up. So that took me a little bit, and then I went to college, and Springfield Fight Club absolutely changed my life. I thought I was ready to have a fight, and they told me otherwise, and a little bit of hurt for a little bit there, but I trusted my coaches, and they told me that to wait, and when they thought that I was ready and when they could see that I was committed fully, they would let me have a fight. And so for half a year probably, I was in the gym every day, twice a day. I got my diet. I didn't go hang out with my friends. I didn't do anything. I was ready and I was committed, because I mean, if I was doing it this long and training this long and still hadn't had a fight, I was really starting to wonder if this was what I was meant to do or not. So finally, they thought I was ready. They could see I was committed, and they got me in that cage, and it completely changed my life. I have rituals now every morning. I mean, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and I go to practice, and then I lift, and then I go to work, and then I train, and then I go to school. And I mean, it completely just, it's really saved me. I just was, a college kid doing college kid things and letting my grades slip, just hanging out with my friends. And I think it really just set me up for the future. It helped me, like, mentally. It completely changes everything mentally when you're put in those positions. It's scary enough to get in a cage and fight somebody, but to be calm and actually excited and love doing it is something completely different. Like, I know I'm still young and still only a couple fights in, but I don't really get nervous leading up to it. I don't get nervous when I'm in there. I just feel comfortable. I enjoy the journey, and that's something really cool. I think I could take and use for the rest of my life. So it's definitely been a journey, been a lot of realizations. Personally, it's helped me reflect a lot, and something I can take and put into every aspect of my life. So I am more than blessed to be able to find this sport and truly come into it like I have.
Awesome. So what separates you from other fighters in the division?
Oh, I, not to sound cocky right now, but I think a lot of things. I think skill-wise, I am still very new. So for the skills I have, I'm definitely not set at all. So whatever everybody's seen right now that they are scared of or that they think is good is nowhere near my full potential, and that's scary and exciting for everybody else to see. And just mentally, I think I'm tougher. I will train until I die. I will weight cut until I die. I mean, it's honestly, I know that I will do whatever it takes, and I know I have the mentality. That a lot of people don't have. There's a lot of quitters in the world right now, honestly. David Goggins said to be uncommon amongst uncommon people, and I completely believe that I am. So I think that makes me different than a lot of fighters. They think it's good enough that you're in this sport and you're out there fighting, and it's not good enough. You have to be better than the best, and I completely plan to be. So good luck to everybody else.
Awesome. What would you want to be remembered when your career comes to an end?
I just want to be remembered for probably my give back. Honestly, I don't really care about my career accomplishments. I know I'm going to do great things in the sport, but I kind of want to know that I'm going to do great things as a person. So that's my biggest one. I want to start stuff. I want to fund, just be a giver. Being the best in the world is pretty cool. I'm sure that has its perks, but being that person that people inspire to be, young girls, or just, so many people look up to Ronda Rousey despite the stuff that happened, just because she was a leader in the sport. But her attitude wasn't always the best, and people can reflect on that. So I think just being a nice person, being a loving person, being a good role model, being a follower of Christ. I think everybody, I want people to see that and know that they can be that in the sport too, or just be that as a person no matter what, despite wins, losses, best, worst in the world. Just, being able to have that give back is a huge, huge thing for me. So I want that to be what I leave with. People to say, wow, she was cool. She was nice. I like that.
Right. Perfect. Let's go ahead and ask for the fans to go ahead and give us some questions, see what we got. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and let us know.
I know my dad's on here. He can ask me a question.
Yeah, I see him on here. That's the. I thought I had somebody say.
I'll just say hi to everybody. Hi, guys. My dad put a heart. Hi, Dad.
Chris Gregory says that you will fight anyone and matchmakers love it.
I will. I definitely will. Anybody good. No scrubs.
She is not driving, Chris Gregory. He says it's unsafe.
I'm not driving. I made an announcement that I was going to be in a car, though. I just got back from family reunion. I was like, oh, goodness, I'm going to be nice and full for this interview.
There you go. All right, guys, let's get some questions. I know you guys got some questions for the dangerously beautiful.
What's up, Don? How are you? I know, I can see him now.
So do you have any advice for fighters that are coming up into the game, like new fighters?
Oh, for sure. I would say just take it seriously. A lot of amateurs don't take it seriously. I've been in the locker room several times, or 3 times to be exact. But I've been in the locker room and just see a lot of people that probably shouldn't be fighting thrown out there. I think take your time. Everybody wants to be the youngest in the world, the best in the world very quickly, and there's no rush. It really takes away from the opportunity and the experience. So make sure you're ready. Make sure you train like you're ready, and take the time to refine your game. Don't be in a rush, and go in there confident in your skill. And I mean, you can't really lose if you know that you've done everything in your power to be the best that you possibly can be. Refine your diet. A lot of people, it kills me. A lot of people that I know do not have a diet, and it's so important. I know I splurge after fights or in between, but as soon as possible, I get back on my egg whites, my chicken, just eating healthy, eating real foods, not fast foods, not soda, makes a huge difference. So that's pretty much my top-notch advice right there.
Awesome. William Levine, he says, how many more AMI fights do you think that you will get?
Ooh, I would say it depends on how dominant this next performance is for me. My coach wants me to have, I think, 1 or 2 more. And I think it depends on promotion, who wants me as a pro, what the opportunities are, and pretty much just on me, how I feel. If I feel ready, if my coaches think I'm ready, then I trust them to tell me that I'm ready. So I would say 1 or 2 more. I mean, I don't want to wait that long to not get paid to get beat up, but
Right.
Whatever works.
Hunter Gore asked if you're on the January 26th card for Walkout FC. She is, and she will be fighting for the Flyweight Championship.
I am. I'm super excited for that too. It's been a while. We were running with fights there for a minute back to back, and I was supposed to be on the last Walkout card and had a tough time finding an opponent in time. So I was like, you know what? Let's just take this 3 months to be a badass, and now I'm ready to go.
All right. We're excited to have you. I'm excited to call you out to the cage again.
Absolutely.
What keeps you grounded? Beautiful inside and out, Michael Hobson says.
Oh, that's nice. I would say God above all. I just completely everything that I do revolves around how I think I should be as a Christian. I think my family really grounds me a lot. They are very real with me. I don't want anybody to BS me in life. I need them to tell me exactly how it is and how I'm doing. So they more than tell me when I'm being ridiculous or when I need to pull it together, and my coaches keep me honest 100%. I am so grateful to them. They have their own jobs, and yet they still manage to be at the club all day long, helping us outside of the club, and they like to make sure I'm there and make sure I know that I'm doing what I need to be doing to be the best in the world. And if I'm slacking off, they'll tell me, and I'll feel bad, and I'll realize that I'm doing it and get right back to it. So it's everybody. Everybody really keeps me grounded, and I'm so thankful for that. I am blessed every single day to have a support system that makes sure I'm on top of my game no matter what.
Awesome. Don McGuire says, how does it feel to come into your own as a fighter?
Oh man, it feels good. It's crazy because I don't think I'm anywhere near my own yet, and it's still such a journey. The journey is incredible. I love being able to reflect every day just on everything that's come and gone, and I know I'm nowhere near my peak and nowhere near where I need to be just as a person or as a fighter. So it's really cool to be able to be on such a cool journey and be able to reflect on it. I reflect a lot. I journal. I like to keep myself accountable and look back on my great days and my bad days and be able to sit down and just think about what happened and go from there. So it's really awesome to be able to focus myself and realize what I want to do. Fighting's what I want to do, and be able to have that goal every single day and know exactly what I need to be doing to reach it is nice. It's not a question of should I be training, should I be eating this. It's you know what you're doing, so let's go do it. So it's really easy.
Awesome. Who's your training camp, and how often do you train?
I pretty much attend my camps at Springfield Fight Club. My last camp was in Colorado just because me and my boyfriend were both going through a camp at the same time and thought it would be fun to go out there, which was truly incredible. All the coaches, everybody was super amazing and helped us out a ton. And you can see that in my last fight. I was dancing around. I was really trying to be like TJ, and I think that was awesome. That was a lot of fun to get a different look, change up my game plan, just because, I mean, at this point, nobody really knows what's coming. I've been a different fighter every time, so that's pretty cool. Springfield Fight Clubs, my ground, though, my rock, they have all my camps there. I train either 2 or 3 times a day, every day that I can. Sometimes school gets in the way, but it's pretty much every day, especially during camp. We've been like a months of camp right now. Since my first fight, I haven't been out of camp really besides right now, and I'm still in camp. So we like to just keep the ball rolling. I train at 5 a.m. every day with our jiu-jitsu coach, and then I go back for wrestling or jiu-jitsu at night, MMA class. We have MMA classes Fridays that I go to that are absolutely killer. My sweet boyfriend just gave me a black eye last night because he kicked me in the face. So that was nice. And then, we have jiu-jitsu at nights. We have kickboxing. Tuesday and Thursday, I'm pretty much there 5 a.m. I go to work, I go to class, and then I'm there until 10 o'clock at night. So we like to train. We really like to be in the gym training. So no complaints at all.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is why she is the Skull Crusher.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Before we do, this is Rowdy TV. So do you have any messages to your opponent? It's about time to get rowdy.
Just good luck and God bless. I'm ready to put on a show, so I hope she can handle it. And if not, good for me. And I'm just ready to make a statement. I'm ready to show everybody why I'm the best, and can't wait.
Awesome. Once again, she has a fight coming up January 26th in Joplin, Missouri at the Joplin MO Hall. You can get tickets at walkoutfc.com or your favorite fighters. Once again, Walkout FC 14, fully loaded. Josee Storts, absolute honor to have you on.
Thank
and
you
we'll
so
see you
much.
January.
Thank you for having me. It's been nice.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.